for tonight. One change for Hull City, and Slater comes in replace of Greg Doherty, who could only find a place on the bench. So it's Ingram in goal, Jones, McLaughlin, Greaves, Longman, Slater, Smallwood and Fleming. Honeyman, Keane Lewis-Potter and Tom Eaves continues up front. The bench for the Tigers is Harvey Cartwright, Callum Elder, Greg Doherty, Alias Syed Manesh, Tom Huddleston, Dishon Bernard and Marcus Force. Tom Eaves stepping into the centre circle on Coventry's side of the pitch, plays it wide now towards Fleming, opting to travel forward. Coventry shelter in a back five for now. Big pitch here tonight at Coventry, and Hull City are using it as they work it over to Alfie Jones. Longman, Honeyman edge of the area, clever through ball, now Smallwood can take it on, and the captain after 3 minutes has supplied the finish. Simon Moore will have wanted to do so much better, but the man who scored on the opening day is the captain's example and leads his teammates that he leads out onto the field week in, week out, sets the standard, backs the goal, and Hull City lead by 1-0. Magnificent start for Hull City, and Richie Smallwood travelling forward into the penalty area. It's very rare we've seen him do that so far this season. Honeyman with more of an instinctive swivel to play the through ball into the penalty area. Coventry will be devastated that they didn't pick him up. And Richie Smallwood, Hull City's oldest player on the pitch, rolling back the years with a finish. He very rarely scores. He's only just got double figures in his entire career, but he adds one to his collection now. Coventry 0, Hull City 1. Might not be a full stadium tonight, but the Coventry City fans are certainly making it an atmospheric one. Harmer will take a short corner into the feet of Callum O'Hare. He returns it. Harmer has gone for a swinging cross. It was angling towards the net, and Ingram was called upon. Prizes it away. The more and more it drifted, the more dangerous it became. Another cross to come from a corner this time. It's a flat delivery. It's headed inside the penalty area. Gyökeres looking to get underneath it. Godden from 4 yards takes the shot on, plenty in the way. And then from the second pickings, Hyam can't turn it goalwards. It goes behind. But Coventry City shooting whenever they can. They haven't found a breakthrough yet, but that's the closest spell of pressure they've had in the game so far. 17 minutes gone. Coventry 0, Hull City 1. As Coventry now go for a big diagonal, looking for Matson. His touch is a little bit too perfect as it completely took the momentum out of the ball, and it allowed Longman to try and get it into space. Coventry and Hull City turn possession over quickly. Long ball forward, perfect touch by Keane Lewis-Potter. He squares it across to Tom Eaves. Moore is on the deck. Eaves still has possession. He's still got time to shoot. It cannons into the sky blue wall. It will run across to the touchline, and Honeyman will take the throw in, but my goodness me, Tom Eaves in the penalty area. The ball, was it just a bit too far away from him? The cross came in from Keane Lewis-Potter, and then Tom Eaves had to work the ball back across to Clark Salter. Matson, left-hand side, wanting to play it infield towards Matty Godden. Longman takes a touch on the touchline. Now Coventry appeal that had gone out of play, and not only that, they feel Longman took the touch before it went out. Coventry, their back three, give up possession again. Keane Lewis-Potter now can dance away from one man. He's going to take it on from range. It's the post. What an opportunity! That could have been the goal of the season, and it was a touch from the keeper's glove, which denies KLP such an opportunity. What a stop by the goalkeeper. Keane Lewis-Potter cut in, swerving ball, and the goalkeeper does his job. George Honeyman on corner duty. Hull City have only scored 3 set pieces this season. Is it time for a fourth? Honeyman's delivery, header by Greaves, drops to Longman near the penalty spot. Oh yes indeed! 2-0 Hull City. It is the first half of dreams for Hull, and Ryan Longman's first goal under Shota Ravelazzi comes, and it was rifled in off the crossbar and into the net. It settled. Coventry 0, Hull City 2. It cannoned off the right foot of Ryan Longman, and that little knockdown to find him, he was totally unmarked, picked it up on the 18-yard line, one touch and bang. I said the post was Simon Moore's friend. That time the crossbar was his enemy. If it stays like this at the half-time whistle, I imagine it's probably going to be one of the loudest boos we've heard so far this season. They look energetic, Coventry. It's not like they're struggling to create chances, because they keep coming forward, they keep getting towards the final third. Hull City have just been really good in their back line. They need to be good here as Callum O'Hare's in the area. He's got a shooting chance, saved well by Ingram. Longman manages to dummy the ball away from Matson, and Callum O'Hare inside the penalty area, probably the brightest player for Coventry in this first half, almost wrestled Coventry back into some form of close parity. Ryan Longman taking his time with the throw-in, which is knocking on the door of the final third. Honeyman and Longman partner up. Honeyman will, with a couple of bounces, play the ball side-footed towards Fleming. Now Keane Lewis-Potter, who hangs wide, trying to pull Darbo out to create space in behind. Hull City win it again. Keane Lewis-Potter 20 yards out, plays it smartly over towards Ryan Longman. Chance to shoot. It cannons into the back of George Honeyman, pops down to Fleming. He's caught it sweetly enough, but it drops off target with a bounce through. Simon Moore dived to his left-hand side to make sure, but Brandon Fleming, he's gone looking for his first goal in a Hull City shirt and his first career goal, but he's going to wait a little longer. Ingram taking a goal kick, flicked on by Tom Eaves. Ball goes back towards Coventry's keeper, Simon Moore. Keane Lewis-Potter just in that little phase, breaking into the penalty area to try and put some pressure on, trying to force errors from Coventry, who gave the ball away at will in the first half. Their midfield was pretty appalling. Hull City capitalised like a team should. Signs of a good team. Fleming, courageous, winning the ball back. Keane Lewis-Potter has played it through to Eaves, who's in the penalty area. He takes the shot on. It rose high enough and enough for Simon Moore to save it pretty comfortably. Tom Eaves getting into the penalty area. Brandon Fleming, it was all about him though in that little phase as Coventry tried to come forward. Fleming threw himself into the tackle. The ball popped to KLP, threaded it through to Tom Eaves. Plenty of time to pick his spot. This second half still taking plenty of twists and turns up and down the pitch. Harmer's ball into the middle, and the connection was made inside the penalty area. What a chance for Coventry. Clark Salter with hands on his head as Matty Godden has his head bowed to the ground, and it was a free header inside the penalty area, 8 yards out. Coventry now coming the other way with Darbo from the right hand side, and he moves in field on his own. There's two ahead of him, and then Tavares is an option out to the right, finds him, he skips past Fleming, caught by Doherty. O'Hare will try and keep the attack alive. Attention turned towards the referee. A late challenge by Greg Doherty. Was it worthy of a penalty? The Coventry City fans certainly thought so. Did Doherty even need to make that challenge? Momentum took him into the man. May have looked worse than it was. Darbo into the penalty area. It will fall to Gyökeres. Finds Matson out wide. It will go into the net. The referee looks at his watch. Play goes on, and Ingram pushes it away. Surely that crossed. Goodness me. Eaves on the halfway line. Listen to the boos of the Coventry City fans. They're sure it crossed the line. Well, I know there's goal line technology, Did it fully cross? It looked like it did from up here. Ball will run through towards Matt Ingram, who's going to tiptoe back before getting onto the ball. Martin Waghorn goes over towards the referee, who's pointing at his watch and saying it didn't cross. And that is a sensational moment which could have given Coventry all the confidence in the final 6.5 minutes. Just had a little peek at the replay next to me, and it looks like it's crossed. How does that happen? Well, the Coventry City players, 4 of them, including the goalkeeper, are now round the referee. Of course, the system is if it goes over the line, the referee is notified with the watch. It should buzz signalling a goal, and that's what happens. The ball found Ian Matson, he took a shot on, came off the back of Greaves, then bumped into Ingram, somehow found its way over the line in pinball fashion. Hull City scrambled it away, and even though the ball looks like it's over the line, it must have been literally 0.1% of the ball not over the line. Into Matson, left-hand side, edge of the penalty area, trying to work an angle to cross. He's done that. McLaughlin can't head it away. It falls to Darboe, twisting, turning it, 6 yards out. Gyökeres then just taking a snapshot at sight at goal, and it deflects wide. Hull City putting everything on the line now, and Coventry City with chance after chance at the end of the game.